So from Operation Dudula to speak to us. He was in court, this morning. Thank you so much for your time. You were excited to hear that the matter has been struck off the roll. If you could tell us why exactly were you that excited?
Thank you very much, and greetings to your viewers. We are very happy and excited with the manner in which the court dealt with this matter. Because since they say that is an urgent matter, and the court says there is nothing urgent about this matter, because they said they should have brought it around July when we started doing this activity. So I want to add to say that these, I wish to say, are waste of time court cases. The court matters they bring to court. Because these, we see that there is a concerted effort to stretch the overburden justice system of South Africa. So that is a problem, and we are very concerned as Operation Dudula and much with the activities and the approach these NGOs are doing. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And, to keep an open mind, there is, of course, a possibility that now it would have to be Operation Dudula as well as the March and March movement that the forum comes after, because at this particular point, both ministers are seemingly off the hook for now. And I'm wondering, should that happen, would you be intimidated by this? Because they are quite adamant and committed to ensuring that they continue with this battle.
Yeah, let them bring it on. We are ready. We are not intimidated. We see these people are just wasting their time. And unfortunately, we are also very concerned with the manner in which they operate. And we're starting to suspect, because we are picking some elements of terrorism in their approach. Because if you look at how they start to come in the fore now, even challenging some constitutionality of some sections of the Constitution, especially the Immigration Act. Now we have a problem, because when we say we start to suspect them, that these people are funded by terrorist groups, whether you're Al-Shabaab, ISIS, Boko Haram, they must disclose who is funding them so that we know what is their agenda. Because that's the suspicion we hold as Operation Dudula, because of the approach they do. They want to turn South Africa into a banana republic. These things happen because when you are not watching, when you are not looking, the country will be turned into a banana republic by their approach. May they please disclose, because there are many of them starting to take Operation Dudula and march to court, and even challenging and taking the ministers to court. In their approach now, you see that they are working very hard, and the energy they are showing to make sure that South Africa is ungovernable. This is a type of element that we see in terrorist activities. That's why we say, may they disclose the documents that show who is funding these people, to an extent that they pay and they employ such expensive lawyers to take these matters to court. That is our problem, and we are pleading with them to please make sure that we must know who is funding them.
So when you know who's funding them, what's going to happen?
Yeah, at least we'll know what is the agenda behind the people who are funding them. Can we see the faces of the people who are funding them? That's a big problem, because you can't advocate for such illegality in a country and then we don't know who is funding you. Which agenda are you pushing? We must know who is funding them, then we start to understand what is their agenda. That's a main problem now, because they advocate for illegality. They say even if a police officer, as Section 41 of the Immigration Act is saying that a police officer should stop and inquire the nationality of any person, but they are challenging the constitutionality of that section. So that's a problem.
But when you speak of, terrorism and such organizations, do you have any evidence, though, to back this suggestion?
Yeah, as I'm saying that we suspect because of the manner they conduct themselves. The manner they conduct themselves and the manner in which they advocate for illegalities. Such elements used to appear when there are activities by terrorist groups. They want a country to be ungovernable, to turn to a banana republic, so that they continue with their activities in that country. So we hold that suspicion, and we will let go of that suspicion the day they disclose who is funding them.
All right, so we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. That was Operation Dudula's